If you're looking for the top sparkling wine values from Trader Joe's, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Bob Paulinski, Master of Wine. For this video, I'm focusing on two sparkling wines that bring great value, both of which are priced under $15. I shop at Trader Joe's often. I love the place. I think they have some very interesting wines, and the two that I'm going to highlight today are very worthwhile. First up is the Trader Joe's Platinum Reserve Traditional Method Sparkling from Sonoma for $14.99. It's made from Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and Pinot Meunier, the usual players that are involved in champagne. It's made from a blend of vintages. It's a limited offering available for just a few months each year. For the purpose of this video, I'll be using a champagne flute to taste the wine. Now, typically for myself, I don't use this type of glass when I'm drinking sparkling wine. I prefer to use a white wine glass. But I'll use this glass to show the bead of bubbles coming off the base of the glass up to the surface. And look, I don't think there's any right or wrong in this. Oftentimes people will use the flute glass because it looks good and it's really kind of the classic choice. But if you opt for a white wine glass, I think you're doing just fine. In terms of the appearance, this looks spot on as it should. There's fine bubbles, good steady bead coming to the surface. I mean, this looks very good. Lively, fresh, bright. It has all the characteristics that would be expected. The aroma, there is a bit of a green apple and some citrus rind characteristic, but it also smells a little bit like fresh baked bread, which is something you get in some sparkling wines that have some time aged on the lees. But the aromatics on the wine is really very, very good. On the palate, I gotta say, I really like what's happening here. This wine has some good presence to it. It's quite weighty. There's a creamy, round character to it, but it also has adequate acidity to hold it all together, which is very important with sparkling wine. On the palate, you do get that green apple, that citrus rind characteristic, a bit of a roasted nut character, and that bread dough note, which is something you don't find in a lot of sparkling wines at this price point. So I think in that regard, this really does deliver a lot. On the back palate, there's good length, and there is maybe just the slightest touch of sweetness there. So I think the dosage may have been amped up just a bit, but it's all in balance. I mean, this wine is really put together in a very skilled way. Value for the money, this is just a tremendous bottle. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please do it right now. Also hit that like button and definitely hit the notification bell. That way you're kept up to speed on all things happening here. In recent weeks, the shares for my videos have really jumped up. Thank you so much. That's much appreciated. Next up is a La Burgundy Cremants de Bourgogne Rosé at $11.99, made from Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Elegate, and Gamay. In France, many regions produce Cremants, but often the very best come from Burgundy. The red varieties lend the color to the wine with a short amount of maceration with the grape juice. So sparkling rosé is something I don't drink often, but this particular one I've had several times over the years. Love the color of it. Always has that fine bead, nice steady stream of small bubbles, and I think the color is just absolutely beautiful. Now the aroma, there's some red fruit character. It smells a little bit like strawberry, a little bit like raspberry as well. Some good primary fruit characteristics. It's bright, it's fresh, very expressive in terms of the aromatics. On the palate, there's good weight, good presence there. It has that red fruit character. That just sings right on through. Really very well put together. The acidity level is fresh and bright, holds it all together. In terms of that autolytic note, that sort of bread doughy note that you find with wines aged on the lees, and I certainly found some of that on the previous wine, this wine doesn't have that. This is more of a simpler, fresher, brighter, much more direct style. But it has minimal dosage, so as you swallow the wine, the back palate of it is really quite dry. It's put together extremely well. I absolutely love this wine. I think for the money, it's just an insane value. My only knock on it is on the back label. This is some mini micro font, And for my old man eyes, I tell you, I can't read this. I've got to pull out this thing in order to make sense of it. There's not a whole lot of information on the back label, but there's something here that I've got to say, it made me laugh a bit. It says serving temperature. They're very precise, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, look, pop it in the fridge for a couple of hours. You're good to go. I must admit, I've not been completely honest with you. I said there would be 2 wines in this video. There's actually a third that's well worthwhile. In a previous video, I had discussed the La Burgundy Cremants de Bourgogne Brut Reserve. It's the sister wine to the rosé that's featured in this video. I'll put a link in the end screen should you choose to watch that video as well. My conclusion on the 2 sparkling wines today, the TJ's Platinum Reserve from Sonoma, it's outstanding. For $15, it's really a solid bottle of wine. It's in fairly short supply, so if you want it, definitely move on it quick. As for the Cremant de Bourgogne, these are some of the best values that you'll find anywhere. The version that I have in my glass, the rosé, at about $12 a bottle, just fantastic for the money. It's definitely worth checking out. This is a staple at Trader Joe's. I hope this video provided some guidance when you're out shopping at Trader Joe's. If you have any comments about the wines there, please post it down below. I would love to hear from you. Looks like I'm going to be drinking some Cremant de Bourgogne Rosé tonight. I hope you're drinking something interesting as well. And please come back and watch another video before too long. Cheers.